We understand that sometimes it's necessary to give up a pet, which can be a very difficult and heartbreaking experience. The Dumb Friends League is here to help. We can also assist you with a stray pet or if you've lost your own cat or dog. At the Dumb Friends League, you'll be treated with compassion and respect when you bring your pet to either of our shelter locations, the Quebec Street Shelter in Denver or the Buddy Center in Castle Rock. When bringing your pet to us, please provide us with as much information as possible about the animal. That will help us make the best decision for your pet's future.
It is important to know specific behavior information about your pet, such as if your cat is litter box trained and whether or not your dog gets along with children or other dogs. The more information we have about your pet, the more we can help your pet.
In addition to sharing behavior information, it's helpful to know your pet's medical history. Please bring in a copy of your pet's vaccination records. If you're struggling with a behavior issue and you'd like to try to work things out before relinquishing your pet to a shelter, consider calling our free Animal Behavior Helpline. Our trained behavior counselors will contact you by phone or email, whichever you choose, and help work through the behavior problem you're experiencing. If you prefer a more private conversation when relinquishing your pet, you may make an appointment for a private meeting with one of our intake counselors. We evaluate each animal based on the health and behavior of the pet before placing him or her in our adoption program. Although we're unable to share the outcome, we'll do our best to make the right decision for your pet. The Dumb Friends League is proud to place more than 15,000 animals in new, loving homes every year. We spend an average of $300 on every animal adopted, over and above the fee paid by the patron. If you would like to help us care for thousands of homeless pets every year, consider making a donation online, by mail, or in person at one of our shelters. If you find a stray pet and would like to bring him or her to the Dumb Friends League, please provide as much information as possible on when and where you found the pet, which will help us get the animal home as soon as possible. We hold stray pets in our lost and found kennels for 5 to 10 days, depending upon whether or not the animal has identification, such as tags or a microchip implant. Also, we can provide you with posters showing the animal's photo and description, which you can post in the area where you found the pet. Our intake personnel will be happy to provide other suggestions on how you might help find the pet's owner. If the Dumb Friends League is closed and you find a pet that you are unable to care for until morning, you may put the pet in our after-hours kennels, located at both of our shelters, where the animal will be safe and warm until we arrive the next morning. And finally, if you've lost your pet, be sure to act quickly. Visit the Dumb Friends League and all animal shelters in your area as soon as you realize that your pet is missing, and continue to follow up with these shelters on a daily basis. Talk with one of our intake personnel about other steps that you might take to help find your lost pet and how to better ensure that you'll be reunited with your pet should he or she stray again in the future. Whether you found a stray pet, lost your own cat or dog, or need to give up your pet, thank you for allowing us to help these animals by bringing them to our shelters.